Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to BC's Sports Historian Channel. I'm your boy, BC, and you already know we like to discuss the could've, would've, and should'ves from the sports world. We would like to wish you guys or hope you guys had a Merry Christmas. Hope you are having a great holiday season. Today, we are going to get into another baseball player. And this man's journey is truly, in my opinion, one of a kind. There's a lot of drama with this guy, but also a lot of talent. And his journey is an incredible story, to say the least. So I think you guys will enjoy this one. We are going to get into none other than Yasiel Puig, outfielder, mostly known for playing with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Let's get it. Yasiel Puig was born in Cienfuegos, Cuba, the elder of two children. He began playing baseball at the age of 9 years old. Puig played for the Cuba national baseball team when they won the bronze medal in the 2008 World Junior Baseball Championship. He then played for the Cienfuegos team of the Cuban National Series in the 2008-2009 Cuban National Series. He batted .276 with 5 home runs in his season debut. Puig enjoyed a breakout season in the 2009-2010 Cuban National Series with a .330 batting average, 17 home runs, 47 runs batted in, and 78 runs scored in 327 at-bats. Puig also played for Cuba in the 2011 World Port Tournament, where he tried to defect along with teammate Gerardo Concepcion. Concepcion was successful, but Puig was not, and was then banned from playing the 2011-2012 seasons. Starting in 2009, Puig tried to defect to Mexico 13 times in order to become a legal resident so he could become eligible to sign a contract in Major League Baseball. The first time, police pulled over Puig's car. The second time, the boat failed to arrive. The third time, police raided their safe house and detained them for 6 days. On the fourth try, the U.S. Coast Guard cutter Vigilant intercepted their boat near Haiti. The fifth time, he was successfully taken to Mexico by Los Zetas, a murderous Mexican drug cartel involved in cocaine and smuggling. Junior de España, a boxer who was formerly on the Cuba national team and had known Puig for years through youth sports academies, said, "I don't know if you could call it a kidnapping because we had gone there voluntarily, but we also weren't free to leave. If they didn't receive the money, they were saying that at any moment they might give him a machetazo, which is a whack with a machete. They would chop off your arm, finger, or whatever, and he would never play baseball again, not for anyone." That that is a story about Yasiel that I remember. I believe he tried coming to Mexico in a man-made submarine. It was something crazy. I remember seeing a video on it. It was very, very small, and I don't know who possesses the technology and the equipment to make a submarine, but yeah, it didn't look like anything that I would be comfortable in for 5 minutes, let alone however long it took him to make it across the water. Absolutely crazy. Anyway, let's get back in. Floridian Raul Pacheco, the 29-year-old president of Miami-based T&P Metal and PY Recycling, allegedly paid smugglers $250,000 to get Puig out of Cuba. In exchange, Pacheco would receive 20% of Puig's future earnings after he signed an MLB contract. So Puig obviously had a lot of talent, and a lot of people were willing to do what they could to get him here to the States, knowing that the earning potential would be a very big ROI for them, return on investment, as long as they could get Yasiel Puig stateside. So after finally getting him here, the Los Angeles Dodgers signed Puig on June 28, 2012 to a 7-year contract worth $42 million. Eddie Oropesa and Tim Bravo, a special education teacher from Las Cruces High School in New Mexico, helped the newly arrived Puig adjust to life in the United States during his first year. The Dodgers placed Puig on the 40-man roster and assigned him to their Arizona Rookie League team. In 9 games, he hit .400 with 4 homers and 11 RBIs. On August 13th, the Dodgers promoted Puig to the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes of the Class A Advanced California League. He played in 14 games with the Quakes and hit .327. After the Quakes season, he was scheduled to join the Mesa Solar Sox of the Arizona Fall League, but a staph infection in his right elbow required surgery and sidelined him for several months. After the infection healed, he opted to play winter ball in Puerto Rico to keep his development on schedule. Puig had a strong spring training with the Dodgers in 2013, hitting .526 in Cactus League games. However, he was optioned to the Double-A Chattanooga Lookouts just before the end of spring training. He hit .313 with 8 home runs and 37 RBIs for the Lookouts in 40 games. On June 2nd, 2013, the Dodgers announced they had recalled Puig from Double-A. He made his Major League Baseball debut on June 3rd. In his first at-bat, he singled to left center off Eric Stoltz of the San Diego Padres. He went 2 for 4 and showed his strong arm by recording an outfield assist on a double play to end the game. Puig hit 2 home runs, doubled, and drove in 5 runs in his second game. He became the first Dodger ever to have a multi-homer game in one of his first 2 appearances. In his 4th game on June 6th, he hit a grand slam off Corey Guerin of the Atlanta Braves. Puig was named National League Player of the Week for the week of June 3rd through June 9th. Puig had 27 hits in his first 15 games. Damn! Our boy was killing it when he first came up. Puig also became the first player in Major League history to record at least 34 hits and 7 home runs in his first 20 games and set Dodger records for most hits through 20 games. Boy was on fire. He's on fire! If any of y'all remember that. In 26 games in June, Puig hit .436 with a .467 on-base percentage and a .713 slugging percentage. Despite him not making his debut until June, Puig received 842,915 fan write-in votes for the MLB All-Star Game. In 2013, Puig hit .319 in 104 games with 19 home runs and 42 RBIs. He was selected by Baseball America to their annual All-Rookie team and finished second in the National League Rookie of the Year voting to fellow Cuban Jose Fernandez. So not bad to start off Yasiel Puig's career. The following season in 2014, Puig was voted and named a starter for the All-Star game, the youngest Dodgers starter for an All-Star game since Steve Sax in 1982. Puig finished the 2014 regular season with 16 home runs and 69 RBIs and a .296 batting average. Puig began the following 2015 season experiencing left hamstring issues that caused him to miss several games. He played in a total of 79 regular season games. He batted .255 and he had 11 home runs and 38 RBIs with 3 stolen bases, all career lows. In the 2016 season, Puig was again hampered by hamstring issues, which reduced his playing time and production. He hit .260 with 7 home runs in 81 games through the end of July. On August 2nd, he was optioned to the AAA Oklahoma City Dodgers when the Dodgers acquired Josh Reddick in a trade to take over the right field position. ESPN reported that Puig was told by the team on August 1st, the day of the trade deadline, not to join the Dodgers on the road since he would either be traded or demoted. He rejoined the team in September and hit .263 on the season in 104 games with 11 home runs and 45 RBIs. In the 2017 season, he batted .263 with 28 home runs, which was a career high, 74 RBIs, and 15 stolen bases. He received the Wilson Defensive Player of the Year award for his play in right field. On December 21st, 2018, the Dodgers traded Yasiel Puig to the Cincinnati Reds. Later on July 21st, 2019, Puig was traded to the Indians. So a couple back-to-back trades there within a season and a half. He played sparingly for the Cincinnati Reds, but nothing major of note to recall. In the 2019 season with the Cleveland Indians, he batted .297 with 2 home runs in 49 games. He became a free agent after the season. On July 17, 2020, Puig tested positive for COVID-19, which messed up a deal that he was expected to sign with the Atlanta Braves. After not playing organized baseball in the 2020 season, he played winter ball with Toros del Este of the Dominican Professional Baseball League. On April 21st, 2021, Puig announced via Twitter that he signed with El Águila de Veracruz of the Mexican League. In 62 games with the team, Yasiel batted .312 with 10 home runs and 43 RBIs in 247 plate appearances. He was named as the Defensive Player of the Year following the season. In the winter, Puig returned to Toros del Este. On December 8, 2021, Puig signed a 1-year, $1 million contract with the Kiwoom Heroes of the Korean Baseball League. In 126 games, Puig batted .277 with 21 home runs and 73 RBIs in 547 plate appearances. On March 16, 2024, Puig signed with El Águila de Veracruz of the Mexican League. In 64 games for Veracruz, he slashed .314 with 18 home runs, 43 RBIs, and 1 stolen base. And then with a second stint with the Kwoom Heroes of the Korean Baseball League, he signed with them again on November 4th, 2024. He made 40 appearances in 2025, batting .212 with 6 home runs and 20 RBI. On May 19th, Puig stated that he had been released by the Heroes and would be returning to the United States for treatment on an injured shoulder. This is the extent of Yasiel's playing career so far. Pretty recent here, just this year. Actually, just a month ago on November 14th. And in addition to injuries and some bad behavior on the field, Yasiel's career may have been slowed down by legal issues as well. Now, I know there were some issues that he had on the field with some brawls and some bad judgment calls where he flicked off some fans at one point, but I was not aware of all of the legal issues that Mr. Puig has. We're going to get into them here. In April 2013, Puig was charged with reckless driving and speeding. The charges were dismissed after he served 12 hours of community service. On December 28, 2013, Puig was again arrested for reckless driving after allegedly driving 110 miles per hour in a 70-mile-per-hour zone. In March of 2021, ESPN reported that MLB investigators had interviewed a woman who said Puig had sexually assaulted her. Puig has denied the allegations, calling them false and malicious. The woman did not file a police report, but later filed a lawsuit. In October 2021, Puig announced that he had settled his sexual assault lawsuit and wished to return to Major League Baseball in 2022. In November 2022, Puig agreed to plead guilty to lying to federal law enforcement officers regarding bets that he placed with an illegal sports betting operation. He faces up to 5 years in prison. Later that month, he changed his plea to not guilty. In 2025, a federal appeals court agreed with a trial court ruling that Puig's plea deal had not been accepted by a court. He still faced a jury trial regarding the illegal bets, from which he allegedly incurred $282,900 in gambling debts. Oh, so there's a little bit of drama that comes with my boy Yasiel here. But on a lighter note, Yasiel has done quite a bit of philanthropic work in the community. Puig created the Wild Horse Children's Foundation in 2016. The foundation's name embraces the nickname that Vin Scully gave him in 2013. According to its website, the foundation aimed to inspire children and families in undeserved communities by promoting healthier and better quality lives through education, sports, community development, and health and wellness programs. Also, at a game in New York in May of 2019, Puig met a young fan about to have his 40th surgery due to hydrocephalus. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. The following month, Puig treated the family and his family to a Reds game in Cincinnati. There's a few other nice gestures that Puig has done throughout his career that we won't get into them all. And Puig's journey, we just kind of breeze through it because don't want this video to be crazy long, but you should look into that. It's very, very interesting. I believe they did a documentary on it before, because it's his journey truly is unlike any other. So I would encourage you to find that documentary and watch it. It's very, very interesting and entertaining. But my thoughts on Yasiel are a little conflicting. I thought he was a great baseball player. To this day, I still think he could be a starter in the outfield for someone's team. Even at his age 35, his stats in his last couple stints, now they're not against major league baseball pitchers, but still, I believe the man could hit, especially in an era of baseball that we're in now, where batting average is less looked at, and it's more power, home runs, and runs you can drive in. It's all about the long ball now. I think Yasiel would fit in perfectly with that. And he has an elite throwing arm in the outfield. So barring any injury that is unforeseen, he can still play a pretty mean outfield, I believe. He's always been very athletic. He can move very well, combined with his throwing arm. I would like to see him get a second chance, but at his age, and some of these legal issues and some of the antics that we've seen over the years on the field, that is highly unlikely. So that is very, very unfortunate. I wish him the best, and he'll probably, if he wishes to continue playing baseball, he'll probably have to stay in other baseball leagues, the Korean League, maybe over in Japan. We'll see. We'll see what his future holds. It is definitely another case of could've, would've, should've. But at least he has his health, and I truly don't believe that Yasiel Puig is a bad guy at heart. I just think it's some bad judgment calls, and we all have those. So wish him the best, and that will wrap up another video from me, your boy BC. Tell me what you guys remember of Yasiel Puig. Tell me if you were a fan of his or not. Tell me if you thought he was too cocky, too arrogant, didn't live up to the hype. Let me know in the comments below. Also, please subscribe and have a happy new year. We will catch you on the next video. Holla at your boy.